Let's get into the story of the drug trade power struggle in which the border between the Utrecht and Amsterdam criminal networks are becoming increasingly blurred. It teaches us a stark lesson about forming alliances in this shadowy realm, often born out of necessity rather than trust, driven by the shared goal of eliminating common rivals. These criminal organizations operate ruthlessly, as seen in their meticulous planning and execution of power plays, including liquidations and territorial control. Their readiness to resort to violence and deception to secure their positions is a stark reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of society. Meet Rico the Chilean, considered one of the most important players in the Amsterdam underworld. His journey starts at 8 when he settles in the northern district of Amsterdam. He is the son of a couple who had fled Chile from the dictatorship. Growing up, he mastered Dutch and Spanish, opening many doors for him in the drug trade. In the 1990s, Rico becomes active in the world of the tough guys, robbers, ram raiders, and drug dealers. One of the people he becomes very good friends with is his peer, Gwenette Martha. At 25, he faces undercover agents in a major cocaine case in Germany, leading to an 11-year sentence, of which only 6 are served. However, prison becomes a place for him to strengthen his ties with other crime bosses, setting the stage for his future. During a police observation in 2011, Rico nervously looks around while leaving bags in front of a house he uses in Beethovenstraat. The police take the risk and arrest him with 30,000 euros in his possession. However, the money laundering charges do not stick, and he is ultimately acquitted. Subsequently, Rico disappears from the police radar and spends more and more time abroad, especially in Spain and South America, while everything is set up to expand the drug trafficking operations. During this time, a clandestine war is tearing through the city, pitting 2 rival groups against each other. Gwenette Martha leads one faction, while Hussein Ait Susan commands the other. Their power struggle has led to a series of brutal eliminations. The key person in linking 2 Dutch criminal organizations is Noffel, also known as Boek, which is Dutch for belly, or Noffel. Noffel is a Dutch criminal of Moroccan origin. Fassi was also associated with Gwenette Martha like Rico, but also had criminal links to Spain, Ireland, and Morocco. Noffel is rumored to have played a pivotal role in uniting Ridouan from Utrecht with Rico from Amsterdam in 2013 by using his extensive network. By uniting Ridouan and Rico, the Utrecht-Amsterdam borderlands are being blurred out. The 2 groups worked closely together, meticulously strategizing the allocation of responsibilities, selecting their targets for elimination, and plotting the execution of each mission. Throughout every operation, they upheld continuous communication, ensuring seamless coordination. As 2014 draws to a close, the criminal landscape is in turmoil. A new underground war is looming, with power in the drug trade at stake. One side is led by Rico's group, while the other is controlled by the heirs of Scarface, particularly Scarface's brother, Karim, alias Taxi. Amsterdam streets are no longer peaceful, and the struggle for dominance continues in the city's dark corners. The bringing together of Rico and Ridouan by Noffel marks the birth of a criminal trio that operates like a true brotherhood or family. The trio is not here to play nice. But before going deep into the intricate dynamics of the criminal trio, it's essential to introduce one of its key architects, Ridouan. As a rising figure in the Utrecht criminal scene, Ridouan would become a central player in the power struggle with Amsterdam's underworld. The public prosecutor posited that Ridouan's alliance with Noffel and Rico from Amsterdam was likely in response to the perceived threat posed by rival factions associated with Samir Krishan, alias Scarface, another prominent figure in the criminal underworld. To win a war, forming alliances is essential, especially when different factions have common enemies. By shedding light on the alliances and power plays that define the criminal landscape, it becomes clear that it's a world where trust is rare, betrayals are frequent, and the pursuit of power is relentless. As stated earlier, Amsterdam's criminal underworld witnessed a violent power struggle, with Gwenette Martha's group facing off against a rival group led by Hussein Ait Sosan. Operating in the shadows, Rico aligns himself with his friend Gwenette in this dangerous game. However, their partnership is short-lived, as Gwenette himself is eliminated in May 2014, marking a significant shift in the conflict. Gwynette's heir then joins Rico's organization, seeking revenge and control of the cocaine supply chain. Several months later, Samir, alias Scarface, is eliminated during a business meeting in southern Spain with Rico's associates. Rico's involvement is suspected but remains unproven, creating tension within the criminal underworld. Karim Krishan, alias Taxi, the brother of Scarface, inherited his brother's vast criminal empire. However, on September 19, 2015, he becomes the focus of the trio due to past grievances and power struggles. In the criminal world, personal grudges run deep, and alliances are crucial when dealing with common enemies. Also, according to prosecutors, his accomplice Danny Kaye and his soldiers, including the murdered Lucas Boom and Piotr R., were hunted down. The crazy situation has caused some serious arguments between the groups of Rico and Ridouan, with each one insisting they've got the best plan to succeed the mission. The story takes an even darker turn as espionage, assassination, and elaborate plans come into play. The trio must maintain constant communication to execute each operation effectively. According to a PGP communication allegedly linked to Ridouan, the importance of staying constantly vigilant against rivals is emphasized to his own group. Ridouan said, "I'm going to let this Karim and Scar's son go to sleep in Dubai. Be careful." He would also have asked one of his soldiers to gather more information about Karim. The soldier would reply, "From what I hear in the corridors, it's Scar's little brother Karim. I know he's spent a lot of time in Dubai, and sometimes he goes to Barcelona, but I don't know when. This little brother of Scar is always on high alert. This brother of Scar never comes to the Netherlands. I never hear anything about him." Dubai becomes the battleground where Karim's fate hangs in the balance. The goal is to capture him in the glitzy city. However, problems continue to plague the mission, and paranoia keeps growing. The mission is plagued by difficulties locating Karim, operational complications, and heightened paranoia among the criminal network members. These issues hinder the smooth execution of their plan to eliminate their rival, adding layers of tension and uncertainty. Despite the hunt on Karim, it should be noted that Karim is just one target among a long list of individuals that the organizations of Ridouan and Rico are seeking to eliminate. The situation becomes increasingly complex as the players aim to eliminate their common rivals. PGP messages reveal a web of alliances, secrets, and double-crossing. These messages also contain discussions about tracking a target named Jalal L.A., a member of Karim's entourage. The messages reveal a complex plan of Rico involving surveillance and potential capture in France, emphasizing the need to act discreetly and swiftly. However, according to Ridouan, this is not the best option. His plan is to trap Jalal in Morocco. Here, a team is on standby to eliminate Jalal and then swiftly escape to Spain via a Zodiac boat. This highlights the lengths these criminal organizations are willing to go to achieve their objectives. Plans for the liquidation of criminals Karim Taxi Krishan and Jalal L.A. failed or did not go through. As we near the story's end, the intricate pieces of this criminal puzzle begin to fall into place. Noffel has been arrested in Dublin in 2016. He has been blamed for a major role in liquidations of Amsterdam criminals. In the Amsterdam underworld, Noffel was soon mentioned as possibly involved in Scarface's liquidation, but he was not arrested for it. Justice had too little evidence to bring him to trial. The investigators are still considering whether he may be charged with money laundering because the apartment where he was found had money and expensive items. For example, there were 3 watches worth more than 80,000 euros, an iPad, and 6 cell phones. After Noffel was arrested in Ireland in 2016, Rico and Taghi stepped up to the plate to put rivals to sleep, according to prosecutors. Taghi allegedly wrote to Rico that he was going to literally cut someone to pieces. They are going to feel what anger is. In another message, he announces that he wants heads of rivals off. When a liquidation is successful, Rico and Taghi cheer via PGP communication. Whoop whoop. Prosecutors accuse the cooperating groups of preparing at least 5 liquidations, 2 of which were actually carried out. Rico was arrested in Chile on October 20th, 2017. On March 21st, 2018, he was extradited to the Netherlands. However, because the Chilean authorities have extradited Rico only for hard drug trafficking and money laundering, but not for actual liquidations, Rico cannot yet be prosecuted for that, but only for directing an organization that ordered liquidations. Justice hopes to do so in the Arenas 2 case, but whether there is sufficient evidence to convince the Chilean authorities remains to be seen. Ridouan was Holland's most wanted man, and despite a years-long manhunt by Dutch police, he was untraceable. On December 16, 2019, he got arrested in Dubai. No weapons were found, but large amounts of money were found. Under the cushions of the sofa, we found 500,000 dirhams, which is about 125,000 euros, says the detective. Furthermore, the police confiscated many laptops and phones. Just 3 days later, Taghi is flown to the Netherlands. He's been in jail since 2019. This narrative of power and the criminal underworld is a chilling lesson on the brutal world of organized crime. The story underscores the ruthless methods used in power plays, including liquidations and territorial control. The most important remaining question is, who will now seize power in the drug world? Is there room for others to seize power, since the powerful and violent trio has fallen apart? Or will Noffel, Rico, or Ridouan alone regain power? If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. And as always, leave your comments and thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more thrilling crime stories on our channel.